Yes.
Yeah. And he tells them that they're going to be scattered.
Yeah.
Now we know in context what it means. It means that they're going to be dispersed. They're going to be physically scattered. But I want you to know right about now that not only would they be physically scattered, but they will be emotionally scattered as well. Some of you today, you're emotionally scattered. Trials and testings and turmoil has caused you to not just be physically unfit, but you are emotionally scattered. And Jesus is warning his disciples that they won't feel as close to him as they always have. And yet he assures them, though, but if they ask anything in his name, that they will get it. Why? Because the Father hasn't changed not one bit. That's what he's doing. He's assuring them that the relationship isn't going to change in its dynamics, but it will change physically. That he won't be there, that there'll be times of, watch this, closeness and times of distance. Couldn't wait till the wife got back today. I so missed her, wanted to FaceTime her every time I thought about her. Right? But a good relationship has to withstand distance.
Amen.
Come on.
Every good relationship has those periods in life where there's all ooby-gooby sweetness. You talk about all together, just all, holding hands, going to get ice cream and all that, that good stuff. But in order for a relationship to really survive, not just on the surface, but really survive deep down in the trenches, there has to be those times where you feel separated, physically, emotionally. What Jesus is saying here, he's saying, I'm about to leave. You had me here physically, but I won't be here physically, but I want you to know that your Father will always be with you. Here's what I want to talk about today. Since we know that God isn't merely talking about being with us physically, because we know that he's always with us, right? He's always with us. In fact, he lives inside of us. And today I want to talk about what happens when God feels emotionally estranged from us. When we don't sense his presence, when we don't feel his presence. We know he's there, I got that, but when we don't sense it, what do we do when we feel emotionally scattered from God? And sometimes it doesn't just happen for a day, sometimes it happens for a week, sometimes a month, but it happens, and we got to deal with it. So what do we do? What do we do? I want to turn your attention. You don't have to turn to it, but I think that we could do what Job did. Something happened in Job's life. In Job chapter number 1, the Bible says that God bragged about Job to Satan and said that this man, he runs from evil and he's always doing good. He's a righteous man in all of the land of Uz, and he's got my stamp of approval on his life. Then later on, around chapter 2, 3, and 4, that the Bible says that God made a deal with Satan. Told Satan, put him on a long leash. He's still on the leash, but he gave him a longer leash, and told him that he could take everything from Job, just spare his life. Later on, we find that his wife can't deal with that, the fact that God is seemingly emotionally detached, that he's not there physically, that he's not taking care of his business. And so the Bible says that his wife told Job, why don't you just curse God and die?